This is your Diamond Insight for tonight of making irrigation cheaper and enhancing weather forecast. Everyone is talking about drought because reality dawned on the nation, which is on a near mass food insecurity as dry spells scorch crops in biblical proportions. The continued outcry of farmers has exposed steep gaps between them and agriculture extension services. We say this because, frankly, last year's weather forecasts seldom provided caution for preparedness in a manner that a layman should understand. There was a need for concise early warning for farmers to make informed choices on crop production as opposed to the desperation we are witnessing countrywide. The recent parliament addressed by Minister of Green Economy and Environment Collins Nzovu is rather too late because late maturing crops were planted. If we are limited in technology in meteorological studies, then we need to heavily invest in its critical area because away from agriculture, the nation is likely to face a crisis in hydropower generation due to anticipated low water uptake in power stations. President Hichilema is right to propose irrigation as a game changer. But we have to factor in the high cost of equipment to procure and the affordability of energy to run the mechanized machinery, among them center pivots that are a sort of a preserve of commercial farmers with significant fiscal muscle. In one of his articles, Kanchibia Member of Parliament Sunday Chanda makes a profound proposal on the scrapping off duty on imported irrigation equipment because it is an assured step to adapting to climate change since rain-fed agriculture is increasingly becoming unreliable. Lessons can be learned from Kenya that recently came out of a near-decade-long famine that almost wiped out that country's agriculture, hence became a case study on the effects of global warming. It is true, when President Hichilema argues that Zambians have a knack in delaying progress and the tendency should be discouraged, change should start around his circle and the trickle effect from policy implementation will then cascade to all the avenues of the economy that require improvement. Certainly, going into irrigation will not happen overnight because it is not cheap and requires commitment. The investment in water harvesting that sustains good sanitation is needed. This applies to agriculture, and there must be deliberate accelerated energy mix because days of hydropower generation are numbered as exemplified by the brutality of the El Nino.